when you see me a step, you should know I'm a queen. Queen of the jungle. Queen of the jungle. Queen.
Hey guys, it's your girl HairbyRhema. Welcome to another YouTube video. I have something new and special for you all today. Today I'll be showing you how I did these beautiful lock extensions. So without further ado, let's just get into this video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Okay, so what is needed? You will need a 0.75 mm double crochet needle. You also need a 0.5 mm single crochet needle. You can get this at any Pennywise branch for just $20, or you can order it from an online store on Instagram. I will list some of the names of these stores here. You will obviously also need the lock extensions to install, right? These lock extensions were not made by me. She already had them previously installed and she just came for me to reinstall them. You will need your pattern comb and your ORS jam, and that is all. So my first step is parting the hair into all these separate sections for the number of locks. So we were working with 30 locks today, which is not much, but it's enough to do a full head of locks, right? But her hair is really thick, so the 30 locks didn't look scanty or anything like that, okay? So we're working with 30 locks today, and I'm gonna part her hair into 30 separate sections using box pineapple parting. Okay, if y'all don't know what pineapple parting is, it's basically parting so that all the locks will fall into each other. You won't see any spaces or anything like that. So I use my precision part comb. It's my favorite right now. I bought it from Jay's Haircraft on Instagram. So yes guys, y'all can get at her for your precision part combs, okay? It's really helpful. It gets the clean parts going, okay? So with this step, you need to really take your time and part, because you want the parts to come out as straight as possible, because you're not using any jam or edge control or anything to help you part. You're actually using the client's dry hair, so you're just gonna take your time, make sure all your parts are straight and everything looking proper, okay? Another thing is you want your client's hair to be dry. Blow drying is not, I don't suggest blow drying, okay, before you come to do lock extensions, but if you want to, you can, but just make sure that the client's hair is dry, they have no product or anything in it, okay, because that will affect the process. Okay, so now I'm finished parting out her hair. As you can see in the front, her hair is short because she recently cut it. That's okay, just make sure that the client's hair is at least 3 inches long to do lock extensions, okay? So now you're going to take the section of hair that you're going to be working with, and you're just going to comb that hair upwards, right? Then you're going to take your lock extension, and the part of the lock extension where the hair is loose and not locked, you're going to use that to connect it to the client's hair. So what I do is I take the loose hair from the lock extension and I wrap it around the end of the client's hair, and then I'm going to take my double crochet needle hook, 0.75 mm, and I'm going to start pushing that needle in and out of the hair. What this does is, on the crochet needle, it has like these 2 little hooks, like really small hooks at the top, and this literally just grabs here and tangles it up inside of the lock, and that's what makes it actually look and turn into a lock, right? So I'm gonna start on the video right here to show you all exactly what you do. So let's say I push in the needle in and out about 3 or 4 times. I lift my thumb finger and I turn the lock. Now this gives it more, it helps it to get tighter. You want the lock to be as tight as possible so that it wouldn't fall out of the client's hair, okay? Guys, if you're doing this for the first time, please take your time. These needles will cut your finger. These needles will choke you really hard, so please take your time. You'll see me moving fast. It's because I experienced with these needles, so please take your time. Do not say I didn't warn you. Okay, so this is how it should look when you're finished using the double needle. So now you're going to take your single needle. In this case, I am using a double needle that I bought from the Plug by Bree. and it was literally the best crochet needle I ever used, but one half of it broke. So I'm just going to use this needle. It's 0.75 mm, but it works really well. I love it, so I'm using it. But you can use the single 0.5 mm needle, okay? That is the better one, but I just love this needle, so I'm using it. So you're gonna do the same thing that you did with the double strand needle. Just with this one, you may take a little longer, right? You just want to make sure that the lock is tight. It wouldn't fall off the client's hair. You want to make sure that you're not even seeing that it's a lock extension. It looks so perfect that it just looks as if the client was growing locks for 2 to 3 years. You don't want it to look as if you can literally see that it's a lock extension, right? So after you're finished doing that, you're going to just palm roll the lock, and that is what will give it the perfect matte look. So I'm just gonna keep showing you the process over and over. You can look at it, you can try it while you're looking at it, but please remember to take your time when doing this. These needles, trust me, it pains when this needle goes down in your finger or when this needle cuts your finger. So just take your time. It's really not a hard process, but as you know, practice makes perfect. You won't get it perfect on the first time, you mightn't get it perfect on the second try, but you will if you keep practicing, okay? You can also let me know if you want a video on how I make my lock extensions, right? So you will let me know in the comments. So as I said, you're gonna palm roll it when you're finished doing it with the double hook and the single hook, and you're just gonna palm roll it, and look how seamless that looks. You can't even realize that it's a lock extension. If you reached this far in the video and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Oh, and don't forget to follow my Instagram at HairbyRhema. Okay guys, one more thing. This process usually takes 6 to 8 hours. The process of putting in permanent lock extension usually takes 6 to 8 hours, right? We took 5 hours, and that's simply because we only did 30 locks on her head. It wasn't like 40 locks or anything like that. I usually start at 40 locks, but because she only had 30, that's what we used today, okay? So if you all have any more questions on this style, you can DM me on Instagram at HairbyRhema. So yes, don't be afraid to do so. Another thing, I only do synthetic lock extensions. I do not do human hair permanent lock extensions as yet. I want to, but I'm not doing it as yet, okay? By synthetic, meaning you cannot dye it, you can style it, but you cannot dye it. Obviously it's not human hair. The hair would not take the dye. So that's all the info I have for you guys as of right now on these lock extensions. So you can just look at me doing the process. After I'm done here, I'm just gonna style her locks, and yeah, we will be finished. So I'll be back when I start styling her locks. Okay, so all 30 lock extensions are installed, and this is how it looks. As I told you, she has thick hair, so it does not look scanty or anything like that. Okay, so now it's time to retwist and style. Now get excited, because this is where we use our product. So I'm gonna take the ORS jam and I'm gonna pass that straight throughout the section, the part that I'm going to be using, the entire row of locks that I'm going to do. So I just pass the ORS jam straight across that part, and then I go in with my precision part comb and I clean up the part. Please take your time when cleaning the part with locks, because especially if your client is tender headed, most times when you do lock extensions, the hair gets tangled up in another lock. So you have to really take your time and separate the strands of hair. Sometimes you do have to do it strand by strand so that you wouldn't put your client in a lot of pain. So retwisting or twisting is a very simple process. All you have to do is apply the product and twist the hair in the direction that you are comfortable. I'm comfortable twisting my hair in a clockwise direction, so I palm roll it, and that's what twists the roots for me, and that's what's really easy. It's literally the easiest thing ever, so it's really not hard to do. Just take your time and you will get there with practice, as I said. So I'm gonna just twist the locks, and then I'll come back when I'm putting in the style. Okay, so I'm finished retwisting all these locks, and now for the best part, let's style them. Oh, as you can see, I also left out her edges. I did not put that in with the locks when I was retwisting them. So today we're doing a simple high bun, a high petal bun. Okay, so what I do is, as you can see before, I roll the hair so in a kind of knot, so that it will stay in place and wouldn't unravel. So what I do is just twist the hair in the opposite direction of the knot and put it up in the one, so that it looks seamless and gorgeous and perfect. Okay, I love how this looks. I am so proud of myself right now. So now I'm gonna show y'all how I do the petals. It's really the easiest thing ever. So to do the petal bun, what you're gonna do is you take each lock, and I got 2 petals from each lock, right? So you just fold the lock as if you're doing a flower petal. It's literally that, and you use a small rubber band and keep it in place, and that is all. So you can just look at how I'm doing it to see exactly what I mean, because sometimes when I explain it you won't understand as to when you see me doing it. Okay guys, so now it's time to do edges. So I take the ORS jam and I just place that all over her edges, and then I like to take my Vigoro mousse, the blue one, and I place that on her edges as well. This is gonna make it easier for me to move the hair, because the ORS jam gets the hair really stiff. So the mousse helps me to be able to swoop them perfectly. Okay, so I also applied the mousse throughout the hair, and then I took my professional salon spray and I sprayed that throughout her hair. Then I oiled her scalp with this hibiscus oil I bought in Pennywise for just $20, and I sprayed her hair with my Magic Finger Studio Shine and Jam Finish in spray, and that was all. This was the entire process for putting in permanent lock extensions, installing and styling. So yes guys, this was the finished product. You can DM me on Instagram for any info or inquiries on this style. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also follow my Instagram at HairbyRhema. See you all in the next one. Bye.